Hey guys, so super early upload. I actually just got home. It's 3:36 p.m. So I'm already in sweats, but still dressed from school. I had an ordeal getting home today. Um, I live in a community, not like gated, but it's like a housing development. It's new-ish. Um, and we have road construction. They're adding lanes and extra turning and whatnot, which we're hoping finishing soon. By the looks of it now, won't be for a while. So I'm coming home down one of the main road, and I'm getting ready to go in the turn lane, and I see there's a sheriff car in one of the turn lanes. So I'm like, oh, something happened. One lane must be open. Nope. Then I notice a motorcycle cop and another sheriff car putting out flares right where I have to turn in to the road I have to use to get home. So I'm like, great. Um, So I'm like, okay, I'll just flip a U-turn. There's another way to get here, but I wasn't thinking. I'm like, I just want to get home after a long day at school. And I'm messing with my hair because I don't know what's going on. Sorry, I'm distracted. But yeah, so I flip a U-turn and I go, there's a back way, which is like where like there's construction trucks that bring like pebbles and cement and all this stuff. Um, and it scares me. My car isn't the newest. It's not the greatest. Tires are kind of old. The car's a 98 or 99 Toyota Camry, and the tires aren't that great. I think I need more air or new tires or something. But I have really bad anxiety, so my anxiety was so high going the back lane. It's 55 compared to 50, and then like 45 around here. Even though the road that's closed is also 55, but it's wide open. Um, but yeah, so my anxiety was like at like a billion. Thankfully, I turned on my music so that helped me relax a little bit. Um, and yeah, and then I turn onto the street that's closed for on the other side, and I see that past the turn where I have to turn in, it's closed. There's cops blocking it. Um, so I turn in, I see cars doing U-turns and whatnot. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta go home. And I see a lady waiting for a school bus, and I'm like, hey, are you waiting for a school bus? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, it's closed. The main road's closed, so they might be late. She's like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm like, you're welcome. So I get home, and I notice there's a fire truck at one of the dead ends, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go that way. So I went that way. I went around, and they're just standing there. I think they're talking. So I turn into the road and park the car. And as I park my car, I'm tweeting one of the news personalities here locally. And I'm like, do you know what's going on in blah blah blah, off of blah blah? And she replies saying, oh, there's apparently a gas leak and they have a crew on the scenes here. So yeah, there's apparently a gas leak, and my mom's home, my sister's home, and no one has told us. I told my mom that there's a gas leak. I told our neighbor that was actually, I'm like, hey, are you going that way? He's like, yeah. Like, it's closed, so you have to go the back way if you know it. He's like, okay, thanks. I'm like, welcome. Um, but yeah, so that was an ordeal getting home. Oh my god. School is good though. We started learning about diagnosis and abnormal psych, so that's fun. I have to go take my personality test, so I don't have to go to school sometime in March. That'll be good. And then my hour break. Oh, no, first off, my friend and I, my bestie, and I have class around the same time, so we head to our student center, which has a Starbucks. And we get coffee and chit chat and whatnot. Since we don't see really each other outside of school, unless we're like, hey, let's go hang out or something. But yeah, so we did that. Saw Hawkeye, he smiled at me. Total chick moment right there, right? Yeah, so we get Starbucks. I can't eat and drink at the same time because of my gastric bypass, so I have my coffee. I have food with me to eat. So I have that, and I have class at 9, so, we go our separate ways. Sit down in class, and I am exhausted. One, it's toasty in there, and I had a jacket over this, so I'm like, so, like, it wasn't hot, but it was warm. Um, so I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, doing the little, I'm like, oh, this isn't good. The class lets out, I walk to my car, and like by the time class is over, I'm more awake. So around 10:20, I'm more awake than I was at 9. Um, but yeah, so I apparently really need to eat before I go to class, or else I'll be doing a little head nod. I didn't fall asleep though, so that was good. The professor knows me because I had her last semester, and she knows about my gastric bypass and whatever. But yeah, so there's that. Wash my car, eat, God, charge my phone, which I love doing. 'Cause my phone's always like dead by the time I get home. Um, and then I always leave my car early. One, I had to pee, and I almost got locked in the stall because the little thing was kind of broken. That was embarrassing, but I got out. Next class was good, art history, international modern art history or some shit like that. I don't know. Actually look it up. That was good. Learned about some new artists and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's pretty much so far my day. I think my sister and I are gonna go to our good friend's house for Taco Tuesday. I'm gonna talk with her daughter who's having really bad anxiety and issues about going to college in a year and a half. She graduates next year from high school, so I'm gonna help her out there. Um, but yeah, and then probably do nothing because I have school tomorrow. Um, thankfully the week's kinda chugging along. I need to go on an adventure to find yoga pants for someone. Yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully everyone got home safe today. Hopefully you guys don't have to do a big ass U-turn adventure like I had to do, wherever you live. And if it's snowing and icy, please be safe. Longest video, so I'm gonna deuce out. So, bye guys.